morning, campers. It is just after 4:40 p.m. We are on I-680 in western Iowa. Today is August 12th, 2019. We are headed west. You might be wondering, why are we on I-680? What's the point of taking I-680? It's a lot of extra miles, and it still dumps you out in the middle of Omaha. And the thing is, we're not going to take I-680 the whole way through Omaha. We're going to take I-680 to I-29, and then I-29 up to US Highway 30. You see, after that pickup we did in Denison, Iowa, week before last, I now know that US 30 is an extremely good route from I-29 to I-80. It's an excellent little route, actually. It doesn't really cost that much extra time, and it's majorly less traffic than Omaha. Specifically, it's majorly less traffic than Interstate 80. See, I drive a 62 mile an hour truck. I'm technically governed at 65, but I don't drive it above 62 for the most part. Because I don't really enjoy driving right at the governor, because, you know, you've got no room to maneuver if you need to try and accelerate. I personally drive at 62, use 65 to overtake, and that keeps me pretty happy as far as speed is concerned. So if you look at Interstate 80 versus US 30, when your maximum speed is about 62, they're not really that different. The amount of time taken for both, it's 5-10 minutes longer to go Route 30, except on Route 30, there's just a lot fewer people. Just so many fewer people. Yeah, sure, there's a couple of stoplights. We'll be fine. I don't mind the extra stoplights. But there's just so many less people. One thing that a lot of people don't realize about trucking is an extremely dangerous job. It is an extremely dangerous job, not because of anything inherent in trucking. It's a dangerous job because driving is dangerous. Every time you get behind the wheel of a car, you are rolling the dice with your life. And the number one indicator of whether or not you are at risk of being in a vehicle accident is how many other vehicles are around you. That's right. More people means more crashes. So to avoid that, we're just not going to go through a major metropolitan city that I can avoid easily. Because again, I would much rather drive through Fremont, which has a lovely little freeway bypass, and I would much prefer that over Omaha, where I have to go through the heart of downtown on Interstate 80, with people whizzing past me at 70 and 85 mile an hour on both sides, because the left two lanes are the two you need to go through Omaha. So that means there's people passing me on both sides, which I do not like. I like having open space to my right with a nice paved shoulder that I can go to in the event of a blowout or something similar. And US 30 has significantly more of that. Also, US 30 has plenty of places to park, and because it has less traffic, you're more likely to find parking on it. And it will dump us into Grand Island in about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I like that. I love it, in fact. So we're going to do that instead of taking I-80 through Omaha. Because a lot of people don't realize Omaha, not that big of a city compared to lots of other major cities, as we mentioned earlier. I think I redid that. This is my third attempt to record this video because I keep stopping midway. But compared to like Chicago or Minneapolis, St. Paul, or even Seattle, Portland, Washington D.C., Omaha's not really that big, but it's right in the middle of the country. And Interstate 80 is the primary east-west artery in this country. And what I mean by that is there's a whole lot of places where the fastest route from A to B involves Interstate 80 somewhere between Cheyenne, Wyoming and Des Moines, Iowa. And that includes Omaha. So there's a lot of traffic on that road. A lot of it. And like more than you would think for a city the size of Omaha, which, again, Omaha's huge. Omaha is a big city, especially for this region. So we want to avoid that because it's just the smart thing to do. It is safer and it is less stressful, and those are the two most important things to me. Number 3, fuel. And we already got our fuel at the Wings Over America truck stop here in Avoca, Iowa. $1.95 and 0.6 of a cent per gallon today with the Prime fuel discount. Very nice indeed. We could have gotten it for $1.95 and 0.5 of a cent in Council Bluffs, but I don't really like Council Bluffs too much, so it's, you know, kind of not a great place to be getting on and off the freeway because of how much traffic there is on I-80 in that particular area. And of course, Council Bluffs, I-80 through Council Bluffs has been a construction zone for my entire career, and I don't expect that to change anytime soon. So better to stop at Wings Over America and then do this little bypass around Omaha that we're going to do. Let's bleed some speed because the speed limit just dropped. And we do not want to be speeding into a construction zone now, do we? Also, worth noting, part of US 30 between I-29 and I-80 again is divided 4-lane highway. Actually, a really big chunk of it. It's pretty great, actually, because it's just zero traffic for that whole area. I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy it quite a bit. So yeah, we have to go through like 3 towns, and that's it, which is no big deal. No big deal at all. So yeah, that's my logic for doing this. I hope you guys understand. I'm not saying Omaha is like this big looming threat that should be avoided. I'm just saying any major city that you can avoid, you should. Driving through major cities significantly increases your odds of being in an accident if you're a driver like me. Because, you know, generally, most people are not good at driving. And the extension of that is that the more people are around you, the more likely one of them is to do something dumb. So, you know, you want to just avoid people if you want to have the safest driving day possible. And that is my goal at the moment in most days. And, you know, I think all days. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go via Fremont. There we go. Hello, eastbound side. Yeah, we're going to go the way that I've decided is now my primary route for loads passing through the city of Omaha. And you know what? I'm perfectly happy with this. I am happy with this eventuality. I think this is a great little development, and hopefully, like I would very much not be surprised to see eventually the freeway from Interstate 680 extended across the river into Nebraska. Well, because as it sits right now, this leg of 680 meets I-29 and then joins I-29 as they run together to the south for a bit, and then 680 splits again and goes into Omaha. I wouldn't be surprised to see this freeway route extended into Nebraska to link up with Highway 30 to bypass the small town right on the Nebraska-Iowa border. I would be pretty happy with that, honestly. And it does look like they are doing a lot to improve Route 30 as a through road. So, you know, I'm pretty okay with seeing how this goes. And it's already a good route. It's already a great route. So we're going to take that. I know it sounds like I'm trying to convince myself, but I've already made up my mind. I'm just trying to explain to y'all the decision process that I am making. And see, I do something similar on the western side of Wyoming. We often take US 30 there between Interstate 80 and Interstate 15 because it saves no time at all, but it avoids all the traffic around Salt Lake City. It's the same kind of logic. You're not saving time at that point, but you're avoiding the stress and the extra traffic and the extra risk that comes with extra traffic by going around such a major location. So I hope that explains my thought process there, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and these beautiful rolling green hills of western Iowa. I certainly love it. Last night's video was somewhere in Wisconsin, if I remember right. Yeah, that was in Wisconsin, yesterday's video. So you guys won't be double Iowa 2 days in a row. I gotta think about that sort of thing. It's like, people don't like it when I do the same state over and over again. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. My name's MacLeod. You can find me on the internet, specifically on Twitter. That's the best place to get a hold of me, at MacLeod, no apostrophe in the username. Come say hello on Twitter. I check it literally every time I stop the truck. Actually, I forgot to check it in my last fuel stop because I basically just fueled and went. We did not spend any time in the store in Wings Over America, but most times I stop the truck, we check the Twitter. So that's the best place to get a hold of me. Don't try and do Facebook. Facebook is a terrible place, and it will often not even tell me if you try to message me. So don't. And I just delete random friend requests from people I don't recognize. So don't Facebook me. That's for like family. But you can also find me on Xbox Live, Steam, and Nintendo Switch, and I play games in my free time, particularly Steam. Most recently, I've been playing a lot of Farm Simulator 19 and American Truck Simulator, with the new Washington expansion that came out a couple of months ago, I don't know when. But also, Farm Sim 19 is pretty great. I finally got a copy of that because I realized, I bet my laptop can just play this game, and it can. I was waiting to pick up a copy until I got my Xbox plugged back in, but yeah, we're on the PC version now, and it's quite a lot better anyway. So yeah, Farm Sim 19, American Truck Simulator. Add me on Steam so you can see when I'm in those games and come say hi if you happen to see me on Truckers MP. If you friend me on Steam, you'll see me as a little green dot if you happen to find me when I'm in that game. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.
Continue on US 30 West for 60 miles.